Sir, I think you scared everybody in the entire room here. So for that, you won the entire section for you right there.
Woo! Winner, chicken dinner.
Next song, here we go.
I said winner, banana dinner, I guess.
Here we go. So glad you're in the industry that you guys are in. Like, this is tremendous. I'm giving it right here to the left side, all right? Now remember, the points don't matter at all. Here we go, next song. All right, let's do it here. I know, we're here. No points granted to anybody. I just read that. Why are we singing Man in the Mirror? Why are we singing Michael Jackson this early? Because the first step to create raving fans is to have a mirror moment. To have a mirror moment. Most people, what they do is they look at their competitors. It's to put yourself in your fan's shoes, your customer's shoes, and look at every friction point in the experience and say, how do we eliminate them? Look right at your own experience. I learned this from Walt Disney. I've studied him more than anyone. You look at Walt Disney. When he built Disneyland, he put an apartment above the fire station just so he could be on the ground, so he could walk the park every day. And he could find out, what are the friction points? What are the challenges? How do I make the experience better? He said, whenever I go on a ride, I always ask, what's wrong with this thing and how can it be improved? He was a friction fighter. And so the question, most of us, we think about, hey, what are our competitors doing? Well, what are the challenges from your customers? And the first thing you're going to do is ask, what business are you in? But what business are you really in? We're not in a baseball business. We're in the entertainment business. So the question is, you're not oscillating the landscaping business, the hardscaping business. You're in something different. With what you provide for the families, the commercial, residential, it's so much more than that. And so when you know that, you can design an experience that way. But the only way to do it is first eliminate one of the friction points. And so think about your industry. For us, our industry, baseball, which we started in, many people would say it's too long, too slow, too boring. Now again, I'm probably the only owner that would ever say that, but I would. And I know there's people here that like baseball. Granted, it's a great game, but to many people it's too long, too slow, too boring. So we had to think, how do we do something that's fast, entertaining, non-stop? How do we change the game? And we tried a lot of things in the beginning that didn't work. Flatulence Fun Night. We thought giving away whoopee cushions and having a beaver eating contest would be fun. Nobody showed up. Or when we actually said, hey, we're going to do salute to underwear night, all right? So anyone who, we're going to throw underwear in the crowd, and anybody who wears underwear over their pants or shorts gets a free giveaway. It was the most unfamily-friendly night we've ever done. You try and you learn, but people start saying they're different. What are people saying about you guys? What makes you different? It's one of the hardest questions every single business can answer. A lot of times say we're a little better, we're a little faster, we're a little bit more affordable. What are you the only in your industry doing? And the only way you get there is you're going to look at the big friction points in your industry and do the exact opposite. And so we kept going. What are the other big friction points? You guys ever been to a sporting event and been nickel and dimed?
Yep.
All right, you got your ticket fees, your convenient fees. Which are the most inconvenient fee I've ever heard of? Your service fees, then your taxes. You buy a ticket to a concert, a sporting event, whatever it is, it's $50, ends up being $78.25. It's crazy. And then you pay for your burgers and your hot dogs and your drinks and your parking. At the end of the night, it's crazy. So we said, when we started in Savannah, we're going to do it differently. So we built our own ticket platform, no ticket fees, no convenient fees, no service fees. We pay your taxes, and all your food is included. All your burgers, hot dogs, chicken sandwiches, soda, water, popcorn, dessert, everything all night long for $35 now. It started at $15 back 10 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I'll tell you, we failed miserably when we started. The first night, we didn't know people were going to go through 10,000 pieces of meat in an hour.
Oh, wow.
People had to wait almost 3 hours the first night. It was brutal, but you have to be willing to get through the messy to get to the great.
That's fair.
It's always going to be messy when you're disrupting and you're doing something different because there's no blueprint on how to do it. And so what we did is, we moved the stanchions around. We had drinks first, so people would put drinks in their hands as opposed to going like this with all their burgers and dogs. And we changed it, and now in Savannah, everyone can get fed within 5 minutes, every single night. So you keep going, what are the big things in your industry from your customer's point of view? So what we realized is we were doing all the entertainment, we realized fans were still leaving games early. We actually took pictures of our grandstand for an entire season, every half hour, and then videos starting at 9 o'clock to see when our fans were getting up. And we realized that our fans were leaving at 9 o'clock, 9:15 at the latest. And we had the data to show it. If we asked our fans, hey, do you want to change the game completely and do a 2-hour time game? They wouldn't have said yes. It's not about surveys. It's about testing and doing and seeing how they respond. And so that's what we did. We changed the game. We said, all right, we're going to create a new game, 2-hour time limit. We're going to create a game where there's no mound visits, no stepping out of the box, and no bunting, because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you're thrown out of the game.
Oh, man.
And if fans catch a foul ball, it's an out. And so we just started testing and experimenting. So what are the big macro? And now go to the micro. What are the micro frictions? What about voicemails for you guys? How responsive? So many people, you're great at what you do. Maybe you're good at the business, maybe you're good at the landscaping. But how do you win at both?